Hello, I am Captain Senior Grade Sir William Locken of HMS Invincible. I would like to welcome you today on behalf of the 2nd Fleet's Weapons Development Bureau. Our purpose today is to show you how to assemble and deliver a pattern of missile pods. I am assisted by Rear Admiral Drew Druntlaw and Master Chief Petty Officer Cheryl Krause. What we're going to start off with is the components. First and foremost, you want to use the De Kuyper brand of Crème de Coco. It is a top grade brand and it is very reasonably priced, but do not buy the cheaper brands because the mass density of this is thinner in the cheaper brands and it will cause the fuel components to mix. The second part is RumChata. Again, an important thing to do is to buy this brand. It's the one we found. You can try other ones if they work for you, but this is the one we prefer. Both these units are chilled, very cold. When we're at events, we put them in an ice cooler with water, and they come out, and they really do well when they're absolutely chilled. Otherwise, again, the layers might blend. The third component is cinnamon liqueur or cinnamon schnapps. This is 100 proof. The brand name is Hot 100. It's made by Philips. If they don't have it in your locale, try the Hot Damn brand, but make sure it's the higher alcohol content, and either pour an extra thick layer of it to get the color density or put in a little bit of food color to bring the redness up on the warhead. We have next our glasses. These are missile pod glasses that you can get through Busup, and you can order them, and they are quite nice to have in your bar at home. These are specialty bottles that we found online, and we will put the link online for you. We use the syringes that you can get at a pharmacy. They are for administering like antibiotics or such to little kids or babies. It's an oral syringe, and we use these. We have a nice rounded spoon, not the pointy spoon. We found a rounded spoon really works well for the layering. Now, whether you use it over the back or over the curved part of the spoon, it's up to you. We have a number of different items that we use to also pour with, that if you don't have these syringe bottles, that either a plastic wine cup that is slightly creased like this so that you can get a nice pour of the RumChata for the second layer, or a small pitcher like this, but be careful, sometimes these little lips do drip. Let's get to assembling our missile pods. Let's start pouring our missile pods. We picked up these reduced measure bottle fillers, and they keep the De Kuypers from flying all over the place. If you're pouring from a big bottle like this, you can, if you're pouring a bunch of them, make a big mess. So we just take it nice and slow, and I pour right to the top of the paw. Now, Drew's got the RumChata that we're going to use the wine cup here, and I'm going to use the spoon up. I like to use the spoon up, and I'm going to pour it where we have it just crimped a little bit, and you can see it kind of flowing. I bring it right up to the top of the back of our Manticore here. And you can see, even though the RumChata went down a little bit, because they're really nicely chilled, it bounces right back up to a specific gravity. And then we're going to take another glass and pour in some of the Hot 100. And then what I will do, this is a 1,000 milliliter syringe. I will draw off 500 milliliters, and I'll ease that very carefully across the top of the RumChata. Now, to me, that looks like not exactly the right color, so I'm going to add a little bit more because we're weapons development. And there you go. That is a complete missile pod. Crème de Coco, RumChata, and Hot 100. When you do it, you always say, roll pods. Now, when you're at a large event like a convention and you've got to pour 10, 12, 14 pods at a time, we found that these really work well. We got these squeeze bottles from ptpsupply.com, and they're very reasonably priced, like $8 for like 6 of them. So we'll start out with our lower level. Once again, we're going to pour that, and see how quick that is, all the way to the top of the foot. And Drew found these online, and he recommended them to me, and I think they are just great. Okay, again, using the back, the basic pour of the spoon. I keep an eye on that hump of the back until it gets up there, maybe a little bit more up to the top of the tail if you want. Depends on if you want to put a lot of rum chata in there. And then finally, we'll put in the top layer of the Hot Damn Hot 100, and there you go. There's another missile pod. Drew, if you'd like to take care of that for me, since I've...
Roll pods!
Now we're going to go through our presentation piece. Many people ask me what I do and how I do it. When we generally have the missile pods arrive, I have either an enlisted or another officer holding a platter with the missile pods on it, and I instruct everyone in a fun way to gather in a circle, and then I start out by saying, these are called missile pods. Our favorite author, David Weber, has a heroine, Honor Harrington. Honor Harrington is a starship captain in the Royal Manticore Navy. When she goes to her cabin at night, her steward presents her with hot chocolate because she doesn't like the taste of coffee. Well, we're doing an emblematic hot chocolate, so to speak. What we have is, on the bottom layer is creme de coco, chilled. Middle layers, rum chata, chilled. Top layer is hot 100, it's just hot. And so we form up this drink because when the two bottom layers, as we call them, fuel components, are mixed in your mouth, they taste like chocolate. But that hot 100 hits your tummy first. So this is a slamming shot. This is not a sipping shot that you sit on your porch in Greenville, South Carolina and enjoy sipping through the night. That's particular to David Weber. Anyway, so we gather folks around, I talk like that, and then I do this little part. I say, I'm going to give you instructions how to extend your armature, retract your armature, open hatch, preparing on a countdown of 3, 2, 1 to roll pods. But I instruct them before that they yell roll pods, and then oftentimes we'll go in a line sequential fire, or we can do a mass firing of the missile pods, or the pattern, putting out a pattern of missile pods. So everyone, take hold of your armament. Fuel components are active. Warhead is hot. Preparing to launch. Extend your armature. Retract your armature. Opening hatch. Preparing to launch in 3, 2, 1.
Roll pods!
Fire!
Now, see, we always say fire before you fire. These are we've had a couple of these. So, and obviously sometimes, as we know, you have to put your hat backwards so you don't hit things above you. So you do say fire, fire, fire all the way around. And how many of these have we had now?
I've lost count, Captain.
Cheryl? Chief, you're supposed to be knowing the inventory. Oh, we got rid of one bottle of rum chata, I know that.
Where's the other glasses?
Oh, did you dispose of it? Open your mouth. No, it's not in there. So anyway, this is missile pod technology in the weapons department in the 2nd Fleet. Enjoy how you do it, and we'll talk to you next time, if we aren't busted and put in the break.
Roll
Roll
pods!
pods!
Oh yeah, let's make another one.
Woo!